It's time now for part 3, parte tres, of the Big Lou's award-winning Smokey Spicy Close to Texas Chili. All right, you'll find out in this video why I'm calling it Close to Texas. All right, now look, I want to apologize to you. In the segment of hour number 4 where I pick it up and the chili is done, the dang camera flipped on me. All right, it's not supposed to do that. So anyway, it's not going to be landscape and wide. It's going to be profile at that section. I'm sorry. I've been doing this about a month and I'm still learning a whole lot. Having fun though. Hope you're enjoying it too. Big Lou Barbecue. Enjoy part 3. Okay, there was 2 essential ingredients I forgot to put into this boiled up mixture here that you need to see in there. All right. And that is salt, about an ounce of salt. Boy, I'm running out of everything. About an ounce of salt. And about an ounce and a half of black pepper. If you like black pepper, use an ounce and a half. If you like, golly, time to go to the grocery store. Holidays and beat me up. So an ounce of black pepper, that's about all we got. All right. Stir that up in that mixture. It's time to put the meat in here. Now this one got a little bit too black on that side, but that side looks good, all right? And you just kind of crumble it up. You see the meat's already browned. I know my hands look dirty, but I've been touching this meat. I've washed them, okay? And then that one, a little bit medium well right there. That's okay. If it's too rare, you got to put it back on the grill. But if it looks like that, all my meat is browned, and I don't have to throw away any of that grease. All I got to do is just dump those, save the coals that are still good. And that one was a little bit rare, but it's going to just go in there just like that. It's okay. We're cooking this stuff for 4 hours. All right. Hot, man. Hot. See? And my meat's browned, all right? And I've got that nice charcoal smoky flavor from the meat. There we go. See, it looks about like that. A little bit pink, but that's okay. You get a little bit of that fat, gives a little bit of flavor to the chili. You don't want a whole lot of that. That one's going to be just fine. Most of it is already out of there. Leave it in big chunks like this. Look, we're cooking this for 4 hours. It won't stay in big chunks, I promise you. I promise you that. It's hot, man. All right, all the meat's in. I'm gonna wash my hands off and we're gonna stir. Just watch it bubble, 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 bubble. Simmer, 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 simmer. There we go. All right, get all this down in there. And we're gonna try to break as much meat of that apart as we can with the spoon. It's going to fall apart. As we cook this for several hours, it's going to fall apart, okay? And if you want to cook it a little less, you can break the meat up more if you want to. All right? But charcoal brown meat into this chili mixture. Smells delicious. Spicy chili, but not too spicy. It doesn't have any of that habanero 9,000 Scoville unit hot sauces. I hate hot sauces like that, y'all. I used to be into the whole hot sauce craze back in the 90s when I was in my 20s, but I've learned my lesson. I use basically 3 brands of hot sauces. I use Tabasco for chili and stuff like this. I use Crystal, and I use Cholula. Cholula would be a good choice in chili too. If you don't want to have Tabasco, you don't have Tabasco. Chili is a good choice. But you use whatever kind of hot sauce you like, but I wouldn't recommend something, super hot. And you only need 1 ounce of it in here. And you need good chili powder, all right? And you see, we're going to just keep stirring this and stirring this. I may need to add a bit more water, and but we're going to let this stew on down and cook. We'll be back in an hour to check on it. Okay, it's about an hour into this simmer and cook, and we've had this simmering down on low for about an hour. All right. Now, the meat is going to start to break apart. It's still kind of in chunks, but the meat will start to break apart within the next hour or two, and it'll all be like one consistency. It'll all start to fall apart. I don't want to eat this yet while it's still chunky like this. I mean, it's safe to eat, but it doesn't have the right consistency yet. You got to let it simmer. All right, another thing I want to do, add about an hour into it, I add a little bit of cornmeal. If it's real watery, I add about 2 of these spoons. If it's about like this, just 1. Now, it's probably best to use masa, but I generally never have masa on hand. If I do have masa, I'd use masa. If you don't have cornmeal or masa and you have cornstarch will work too. It just acts as a little thickening agent. All right, we stir this about 3 to 4 or 5 times an hour, and we'll check back on it in an hour, and I'll show you about what it looks like. Big Lou Barbecue. Okay, let's take a look at it. It's been about 2 hours in now, and you can see this meat is starting to get real soft, and it's gonna just break apart. And after about 3 hours, you'll really see it coming apart. You don't want all these chunks in there. And you don't want chunky, chewy chili. You want, the chili to be real soft. And that's why you have to simmer it for so long. And all these flavors, the garlic, the celery, the onions, the bell pepper, it's canned of chilies and tomatoes and everything, they're all simmering together with all that chili powder. It's looking about like that right there. Or like, you see that big chunk right here? That's got to fall apart and break apart. And that's gonna happen here within the next hour or so. All right? And we'll be eating. See you back in about an hour. All right, looking at this about 3 hours into the cook. Those big chunks are broken up. And of course, if you still see some big chunks, you can kind of break them up on the side like that right there. All right, like this right here. But basically, the chili's looking pretty darn consistent and smooth. And I'm gonna leave it on for about another hour. And when I check back, we'll be ready to serve this chili up. All right, looking due west. And would you look at those blue skies? Rain like crazy this morning, thunderstorms, everything. Tornado watches, all that fun, and you know what? Had some friends got hit with a tornado this morning, so we are praying for them. That's my pond right there. That's my garden, but it's not growing anything because it's January, Right there, due west, about 15 miles is Texas. We're real close to Texas. But I can't call it Texas chili because I'm not in Texas. If I was 15 miles that way, I could call it Texas chili. So we'll call it close to Texas chili. But you know what? I did win that award on it, so it's award winning. Smokey Spicy Chili. All right, I love living in the country. Can y'all hear those frogs out there by the pond? Y'all hear that? Love it, y'all. All right, let's go look at the chili. Should be just about done. Okay, wow. About 4 hours into this thing. 4 hours. And this stuff is done. All right. You can see some of the water has come out of it or whatever, the steam, but it's pretty consistent. There's none of those big chunks in there anymore. And it's looking a lot like chili. Can you see that right there? All right. And it's time to eat this. Now look, how do you serve it? Well, a lot of folks in Louisiana eat chili over rice, and everybody in Texas just cringed. But you know what? Here in Louisiana, we eat almost everything over rice. Not just gumbo and sauce piquant, but we'll put chicken and dumplings over rice, and everybody in Mississippi just cringed. All right, and we put chili over rice. But if you don't want it over rice, you can put this get a slice of cornbread and serve it right on top of a slice of cornbread, or you can break a piece of cornbread on top of it. All right, you can put some cheese on top of it. You can put it on top of Frito style corn chips and put some cheese on that, and you've got Frito pie. But I think I'm just going to eat mine with some soda crackers and an avocado on a half shell. How's that sound? I don't have to taste it in front of you. I've been making this recipe for about 12 years now. I know what it tastes like. It's good chili, y'all. This is good stuff, y'all. Big Lou's award-winning Smokey Spicy Close to Texas Chili. Okay, here it is served with some sharp cheddar, freshly shredded sharp cheddar, soda crackers, avocado on the half shell, and a little bit of my home-style Tony seasoning on it. All right, Big Lou Barbecue, thanks for watching. Once again, award-winning Smokey Spicy Close to Texas Chili.